Hello everyone and welcome back. It's me, Trophy Wife, and today we're going to continue our playthrough of Corpse Factory. Last we left off, we finished Act 2, and now we're in Act 3. We're playing as Oi. Let's see how this goes. I'm thankful I don't have to work in the maid cafe today. My neck's a little sore from the terrible night's sleep, but I won't let that get me down. It's Monday, the start of a fresh, brand new week. I've got a lot of exciting things to look forward to. For starters, I'm expecting a delivery of some items I ordered online over the weekend. It's mostly snack food, but still, I can't wait. Secondly, I'll get to see my Junpei again this afternoon. I'm going to go meet him when he finishes work. Third, my favorite anime airs on Monday nights. There's a new episode every week. Well, except for when they run repeats after his season is just finished. Junpei loves anime as much as I do. Granted, he's not into my favorite series. He says it's a little too girly, but he likes a lot of the other shows. We have so much fun discussing characters and stories we like, even if the show he watches scares me a little bit. Yes, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good week. My upbeat mood is instantly shattered when Noriko's name lights up on my phone screen. She's calling me? We haven't spoken in so long. Why? What does she want from me? Noriko, she's such a chore. She whines and complains so much about her life, but she doesn't know how good she has it. So what if she's scared of leaving her apartment? Agoraphobia isn't that bad. I'm scared of everything. She's so selfish, thinking that she's the only one who has it rough. Aren't you rude? I'm so tired of tiptoeing around her feelings and her stupid sensitivities.
Hello? Aoi? Hi, Noriko. Hey, listen, I know it's been a while, but can I stay at your place for a few days? I got booted out of my apartment for not paying the rent, and, well, I was living in this abandoned factory, but I can't do it anymore. I hate being there alone. The guy I was spending time with just disappeared, and now, Aoi? Are you there?
Is this crazy bitch for real? She hasn't spoken to me for weeks, months, and now she wants to live in my apartment.
Aoi? Sorry, Noriko. You can't stay here. Well, fuck you too.
Whoa, my phone beeps twice and the call abruptly ends. What the hell is her problem? Before I can even blink, she calls me again. I'm hesitant to answer this time, but...
Noriko? Sorry, I overreacted. I think I'm in trouble. I think Corpse Girl is trying to kill me, and I need somewhere safe to stay.
Corpse Girl's trying to kill her? I think Noriko has finally lost the plot. Whatever sliver of sanity she once held on to has finally slipped between her fingers.
Noriko, Corpse Girl isn't trying to kill you. What? How would you know? You are Corpse Girl. Remember?
Wait, what? Did you tell her in the past and not remember you told her?
What? How do you... I'm the one who wants to kill you.
Well, that's no surprise.
I'm going to fucking murder you in your sleep.
Noriko's silence convinces me that her memory is returning. Perhaps she called me in some delirious state, or because of some fever dream. I had a feeling Oi might be the other killer.
Shit.
The call disconnects as she curses. That stupid bitch. Did she seriously forget who she was talking to? I've had it up to here with her. As soon as Junpei works out the location of her factory, I'm going to go there myself and slit her throat open with my fingernails. I'll let her bleed out all over and tell her that she never meant a thing to me. I don't care how much she loves me. I'll end her life quickly before she has a chance to confess her feelings with me with one last grasping, dying breath. Once Noriko is dead, the human removal services will no longer have any competition. Okay, I was right. I was right to have guessed that a few episodes ago. And I'll finally be able to take her place as Corpse Girl. During our school years, I was always envious of Noriko. She was so beautiful, so slim and graceful, and she had a wonderful family, parents that loved her more than anything. I never had any of that. I wanted so badly to be her. I struggled with my weight back then, but that wasn't the worst of it. I had an abusive mother and a father that essentially ignored my existence. Well, until he killed me by splitting my neck open. It sounds like it might rain here. I would have given anything to trade places Noriko and feel alive again. It didn't matter to me that Noriko complained about every aspect of her life. She moaned about how much she despised her delinquent sister. She griped about how her father walked out on her, but still sent her a birthday card every year. She laminated over the time her mother tried to kill herself in front of her and her sister, how her mother hung from the ceiling barely alive for hours and hours until Rico figured out how to call for an ambulance. But I would have taken all that trauma over my own upbringing. I'd have traded my life for hers without a second thought. Noriko had no idea how lucky she was. Even after all these years, I never really overcame my envy of her. I even went so far to request the death through Corpse Girl's website. Of course she didn't die. How could she have? Junpei figured it out before I did. He forced his way into Corpse Girl's website and viewed all of the death requests. Someone Noriko had placed a comment on the request I submitted. A single line of text never intended to be seen by other eyes. That's me, bitch. Knowing that she had become Corpse Girl made me jealous. My jealousy grew. I wanted to take her place. I wanted people to fear me just like they feared her. I wanted any other life, anything that would let me escape my own hellish life existence. Thanks to trawling through her website, Junpei soon figured out that the whole thing was essentially a hoax. Corpse Girl had no ability to cause death. Noriko was simply trying to con people into ending their own lives. It was pathetic. It made me laugh. I decided I would play along with Noriko's delusion in order to ensure her downfall. It was finally time. I get to meet Junpei at the station and walk him home. Yay. The Noise Corporation office is within walking distance from the Shinjuku train station. Getting there is a breeze. Junpei works on the 13th floor of the massive office complex. He's one of the top dogs. He worked really hard to get where he is. I'm so proud of him. It's kind of funny to think that I almost got a job near here. The Tunji building is so close to Junpei's office. Noriko and Shinya hooked me up, but I completely bailed on them. Oh well, at the time I had no idea the love of my life worked nearby. I think I'm right on time, so Junpei would be here any second. As I wait patiently, a familiar-looking girl climbs up the stairs and wanders past me. Her outfit is kind of unprofessional. I wonder if her office employees. She looks a bit like a troublemaker. Where have I seen her before? She caught me staring at her. Oh no, she's walking towards me.
Hey, don't I know you from somewhere?
No time to run away. She's right in front of me.
Yeah, you're Noriko's friend, right? Aoi?
Noriko's friend. Everything always about fucking Noriko.
Yes, and you are?
The brash girl swoops her hair out of her face and leers at me.
Tomoe, a friend of hers as well.
Oh!
I suddenly remember where I've seen T from. I think she was in some of Shinya's photos. Is that the girl that Shinya was dating and broke up with?
How is Noriko?
Dunno. Was hoping you could tell me. Haven't seen that skank in weeks.
I see. I haven't seen her either.
Righto. Well, I'll see you around.
Just like that girl brushes past me and doesn't even look back.
Bye.
I watch her as she wanders along the platform.
Yo, babe!
Oh, Junpei!
What up, doll? Hey, that chick you were just talking to? She works at Temuchin. I see her walking around here all the time. She's the one I told you about.
Wait, that's her?
Yup. She used to help that Kojiro asshole deliver putties for Corpse Girl. I've been waiting for ages to introduce you to. Oh!
I nod at Junpei and immediately break into his arm. Oh, into a run.
Go get her, babe.
Junpei cheers fade as I leave him behind. T, she's the one helping Noriko helping Corpse Girl. We've been waiting for a chance to follow her. Junpei has been keeping an eye on her, but her actions and movements are erratic and hard to predict. But today I fortunately have the opportunity to follow her. She's connected to so many people. Noriko, Kajori, Shinya, they're all involved in Corpse Girl's operation. We want to track them all down one by one and cremate them like cadavers. Of course, I'm saving Noriko for last. I'll slice her open and bathe in her blood and be born again from her corpse. I'll assume her identity and live her life and leave my own painful existence behind. I race along as fast as my legs will let me. My feet pound against the train platform and several people passing stop to watch me out of curiosity. As long as T doesn't notice I'm trailing her, then I don't care who sees me. I follow her all the way to the end of the platform, then I blend into the crowd as they board the same train. I knock on the door to what I can only assume is T's apartment. She answers after just a moment and shoots me a quizzical look. As soon as the door is all the way open, I dash forward, slam into T with the full force of my tiny body.
What the fuck?
We tumble into the apartment, though T doesn't even lose her balance. She's a lot bulkier than I am. She absorbs most of the impact and manages to remain standing. She grits her teeth and plants her hands on my shoulder, only to push me back with a mighty shove.
What the fuck are you playing at? He just tackled me!
I swing a fist at her face. She catches me off guard when she sidesteps my punch and brings her knees into my gut. I reel back, but the injury doesn't bother me.
Take that, you dumb skank! I'll teach you to attack me! I don't care if you're Noriko's friend! I'll put you in the fucking ground!
Her long, fake nails rake across my face and blood pours from my torn skin. But I stand firm and stare her down.
You're allied with Corpse Girl, right?
Is that what this is about? I don't give a shit about all that anymore. It's all behind me.
You know Corpse Girl's identity?
Of course I do. Why? Are you curious? Got someone you want to have killed?
No. I know that it's Noriko.
You're damn right. I should have guessed that a friend of hers would be just as psychotic. Noriko can go fuck herself for all I care. I'm done with her shit.
So am I. I'm going to kill her.
T raises an eyebrow.
That so? Well, she kinda has it coming.
I see.
Corpse Girl is done and dusted. Doubt the public even remembers her these days. It's all about the human removal service. Noriko's just Noriko now. But I still won't forgive her for what she did to Kojiro.
What is she talking about? Does she know something I don't?
What happened to Kojiro?
Do you even know who he is?
I do.
He warned me about her, you know? He said she'd discard us as soon as we weren't useful anymore. Sure enough, she had him killed. Fucking burned him alive.
Interesting. T thinks Noriko killed Kojiro, when in reality, Junpei took care of the freak. He burned the entire morgue down around him. I suppose Kojiro's death caused Noriko's and T's relationship to fall apart. Everything works out better when Junpei planned.
Noriko will die, and so will you for your role in helping her.
Oh, come on. Why are you so insistent on messing with me? I ain't never done nothing to ya. Hang on.
Even though the girl exudes an air of stupidity, I didn't expect her to actually be this dense. Surely she's figured it out by now.
Are you with the human removal service?
I don't say
You're
anything.
kidding me. You're the one Noriko has been fighting against this whole time. And you're her best friend.
Your point?
Are you the leader of your little group?
No.
Right.
When T pauses to brush her hair behind her ear, I strike. My hand darts forward and grips her throat, and I begin to crush it between my fingers. The girl kicks and flails. She beats her fists against my outstretched arms, but I don't flinch. Her gurgle and thrashing brings me no joy. I wish people would simply accept their fate. Despite how tightly I'm squeezing her throat, she manages to bring the beginning of a word. I can only guess that she's trying to call for Shinya. Shinya, the idiot boy she already broke up with. He can't save her now. I tighten my grip and stride forward, pushing T back and pinning her against the wall. She kicked out at me and hits me directly in the knee. I refuse to buckle. Her fingers continually claw my arm, slashing into my flesh and sending flecks of blood across the room. She thinks she can hurt me, thinks she can fight her way out of her fate. But nothing she does will ever injure me. You can't hurt the dead. This thought repeats in my mind as my face crashes into the floor. A ringing sound in my ears causes me to question what just happened. The residual shockwave, a dull impact on my skull, flew through my head. I wouldn't call it pain or even an ache, just a sensation of something colliding with me. But I'm already on the floor, my lips pressed against the hardwood, my eyes twitching and examining shards of pottery falling to the floor around me. A blanket of darkness descends over me. I hear the ragged sound of T breathing and someone's voicing asking, "Are you okay?" But the question isn't directed at me. I don't think anyone cares that I'm lying here in my own blood. I can't count how many movies I've seen where characters claim they've had an out-of-body experience. I've heard the stories in real life too. People on the brink of death or unconsciousness tell tales of how they could view their own body in a lofty spiritual purge. I never put much stock into those nonsense. How can someone dead or dying view the world with any form of clarity? When I died all those years ago, I didn't experience any such thing. It was kind of disappointing, even though I didn't expect much. Being clubbed across the head in T's apartment was a completely different experience than the time glass shards pierced my neck. I feel like I'm teetering on the edge of consciousness, writhing around on the hard floor. I can see some lights, some blurred shapes, and I can see my body down below, my body delicate and frail and slowly decaying. I don't get it. Why would I have an out-of-body experience now of all times? I sure as hell didn't experience anything of the sort when my father slit my neck. So why now? I wonder if any of the victims ever suffered from hallucinations like this before dying. Did Ida and all the people on the train platform experience this after I cut them open? Did they also helplessly look down at their own bodies from above on the train screeching past? Emi Katsuno's boy, did she scream when I pushed her over the balcony railing? Did her spirit leave her body to look down as her splattered corpse? What about the other nameless souls I've claimed from Noriko's website? There have been so many bodies piled up, countless gifts pledged in Corpse Girl's name. I didn't kill them because I wanted to shed blood. I did it to deluge Noriko. That was the goal at the start anyway. Noriko never caught on what I was doing. She took all the credit, thinking she was some all-powerful being in control of the fate of her victims. She never even tried to understand the truth. I slaved away for her, cutting and strangling and slashing and slicing. I piled up bodies for Noriko, but Corpse Girl claimed all the credit. It was a pointless endeavor. I think she would have spiraled into madness even without the power trip. I suppose it doesn't matter now. Things have changed. My only focus now is to kill Noriko. I should have done it so right at the start. I'll kill her for wasting my time. As I look down at the body below, I see a girl too scared to go on. Too scared to struggle anymore. It's a shame. If I wasn't killed years ago, I might have had the chance to live a normal life. Well, there's nothing else for it. I feel my spirit return to my body. It's a strange sensation because I know I'm not returning to life. How could I? I've been dead for too long. My only chance is to claim Noriko's life for my own. I'll become her and discard this rotting walking corpse. September 22nd, Tuesday morning. I can hardly see without my glasses. Everything is blurry, foggy, lacking a solid outline. Colors bleed into other colors, blues blend into purple, and yellow melds into brown. It doesn't help that I'm partially colorblind, never have much luck telling red and green apart anyway. Without my glasses, I'm partially blind.
You're finally awake! Fucking skank.
She spits at me and her filthy saliva drips down the side of my face. It's warm. I try to lash out at her, but I find my arms have been bound to my side. I try to scream out, but my mouth is gagged with what I can only assume is a sock. I try to lunge forward, but I'm strapped tightly to a wooden chair I'm sitting in.
I can't believe this. This is so strange. I just...
Shut up, Shinya. Jeez.
Sorry.
The blurred forms of T and Shinya are pacing the room. Even without a full vision, I can tell that the room is bright. Sunlight is pouring in from the open window. Just how much time has passed since I was knocked unconscious, and why have they tied me up here? I scream into the mouth gag, somehow loud enough to capture their attention. T strides towards me and pulls a damp sock from my mouth.
What? What do you want?
I mumble something about being unable to see. T swears, stumbles around for a bit, and forcibly pushes my glasses onto my face.
What are you going to do to me?
I don't know. That's up to this genius.
Her arms gesture towards Shinya, a pointed finger loaded with accusation.
Me? Look, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I just saw you were in trouble, so...
Why are you here anyway? We're done. Over.
I wanted to see you.
Ah!
I'm not in the mood for a lover's quarrel.
Let me go. Or bury me. Either way, don't keep me here.
You nearly killed me, bitch! It's taken all my strength not to murder you right here!
Go ahead. Try it. You can't kill the dead.
You're a freak.
Let me call my father. I'm sure he can take her in for questioning. He can find out her motives for attacking you.
I already know why she attacked me. She's trying to take down everyone associated with
T cuts herself short.
Never mind that.
I wonder, is Shinya not privy to T's relationship with Corpse Girl? Intriguing. As T's former boyfriend, I simply assumed he was part of the operation. I thought he was an accomplice. If he doesn't know anything, then I don't need to kill him. One less person to deal with before I go after Noriko. However, I need to focus on getting out of here first.
If you let me go, I'll never bother you again.
I lie.
Why should I believe you? You followed me to my frickin' home!
I'm sorry.
Lie.
Then I'll exchange information for my release. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Lie, lie, lie.
Like I care! I'm done with all the shit between Noriko and you!
Noriko? Has she got something to do with this?
Shut up, Shinya!
Shinya. Perhaps he's my ticket out of here. I turn my head to him and wait until he looks directly at me.
Shinya, I'm so thirsty. Can I have some water?
He pauses, but since T doesn't interfere, he ducks out of their sight. He returns within seconds, holding a half-filled cup out to me.
Here.
I bob forward the best I can against my restraints and take a sip of lukewarm tap water.
Thank you.
It's worth nothing how easy he is to manipulate. He's the complete opposite of my Junpei, who is strong and independent and doesn't let anyone mess with him.
So, about my offer, will you let me go if I share information about the human removal service?
Shinya's face turns pale.
The human removal service? That's...
I really couldn't care less about all of that. I told you, I'm done with everything.
I see.
Tomoe. She might have information that can assist with my investigation. We have to accept her offer.
Oh, please. You're no cop as much as you fancy pretending to be one.
I already told you that Father accepted me as part of the investigation team.
You're a hack, a wannabe.
Why can't you just be happy for me?
Shut up. Shut up, shut up!
T storms off with sheer force of her anger, causing the walls to tremble. Shinya and I are alone in the room. I don't waste another second.
Shinya, I don't know everything that's going on, but it sounds like you're trying to solve the murder cases, right?
That's right. I'm really helping the investigation team, you know?
That's good. Very good. Please, I have information that might help you. Will you let me go if I share it with you?
His nervous eyes dart around, searching for signs of T's presence. And then he looks me dead in the eyes and says the very last thing I expected to hear.
I'll let you go if you help me kill Noriko Kurosawa.
What?
This is your apartment?
Yes.
Please forgive me for intruding.
Shinya bows politely and removes his shoes. He places them carefully at the front door steps and takes a stride forward. He takes a good look around before turning to me.
You have a nice place.
Oh, please. I wish he would cut the formalities. We're here to discuss serious business. He's acting like we're new co-workers or something. I walk over to the door and make sure it's fully closed. I slide the deadbolt into place.
The door is locked.
I whisper this under my breath so Shinya can't hear me.
The door is locked.
I repeat a phrase like this has become some sort of mantra. It helps me concentrate. When I'm about 90% sure the door is actually locked, I wander back to Shinya. It takes all my willpower to refrain from turning back and checking once more. Thankfully, Shinya distracts me from my inner toy.
Is everything you told me true? I want to make sure I have all the facts straight.
Yes, it's true. All of it.
Truth intermingled with lies is still the truth, right? I looked out when she left the two of us alone in her apartment. If I had to explain things to her, I would have had to give her inside information on the human removal services operations. Anything less would have clashed with her existent knowledge and caused her to doubt me. But since I only had to explain things to Shinya, I had already determined that Shinya wasn't in the loop, so I concocted a conceiving lie in order to secure his operation. And he bought
Just
it.
want to get my head around it. Noriko Kurosawa is Corpse Girl. She's the one that was behind the initial string of murders across the city. She delivered photos and corpses to her victims in order to convince them that they would die soon. And that had the effect of causing people to kill themselves. Almost a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Of course, all this part is true, kind of. Shinya doesn't need to know I acted behind the scenes and brought the victims low by my own hand. These acts of violence almost seem like a distant memory now. I was so committed to aiding Noriko that I couldn't think of anything else. In the end, my assistance didn't help my own situation. I only propelled Noriko's ego into the stars and continued to suffer my cursed half-existence.
But it wasn't long before another group started killing people in much the same way as Noriko did. A group called the Human Removal Service. They've killed hundreds, if not thousands of people in the past months.
Again, all true so far.
And you were enslaved by Noriko? Forced against your will to infiltrate the Human Removal Service and bring them down from the inside?
That's right.
Yeah. He's a fucking idiot.
That explains why you want to kill Noriko. You want to be free from her. Even if it isn't exactly the legal thing to do.
Legal, what kind of pedestal is this guy standing on? He specifically requested assistance to do the exact same thing. He wants Noriko dead just like I
But
do.
if I remember correctly, you only managed to learn one important thing about the Human Removal Service, right?
Yes.
The group is made up of dozens of members. Dozens of people that all masquerade as the leader known as the Herald. There's no single person responsible for the murders. It's the joint effort of a large group, all striking across the city simultaneously. Am I correct?
And there's the real kicker. He's absolutely spot on. I didn't mind sharing the tidbit of information with him. It does nothing to assist with his investigation. And wrapping the lie that I was Noriko's lackey in a blanket of truth makes everything all more convincing.
Yes. That's right.
Phew, okay. I think I understand everything. Thank you for your help.
There's one thing I'm not entirely comfortable about. Shinya hasn't been forthcoming with his reason for wanting Noriko dead. If I don't air that question, I feel like he will never address it.
Can you tell me why you want to kill Noriko?
He tries to back away from the question by twiddling his thumbs and pretending to examine the nearby wall.
Shinya, I need to know. Otherwise, how can I trust you?
Trust. It's a word that's always made me laugh. How can I trust anybody? Wouldn't even trust my own parents, the people who swore to raise and protect me. My mother hit me when I was misbehaving. When I overslept 5 minutes or raised my voice ever so slightly. I was a child. How could I ever trust her not to lash out at me? My father. How could I ever trust him after he killed me? And Noriko. Noriko, the one friend I opened up to, the one person who knew all about my struggles. She betrayed me. She kept her perfect life out of reach, taunting me with it, dangling it in front of me like a carrot on a string. And when I asked to share her life with her, she completely misinterpreted it. She told me she loved me, told me she wanted to be with me. She wanted to shower me with gifts, hold my hands, be intimate with me. She wanted to be my girlfriend, but how could I ever be intimate with her after what I went through? She didn't understand me. She didn't understand that I wanted to be her, not be with her. She wouldn't trade lives with me, so how could I ever trust her? How could I trust her when she said she loved me, but wasn't willing to make the sacrifice to make me happy? Everyone is full of shit, and I never trust anybody again. Junpei spends every day trying to prove his love to me. He assists me with the compulsive behaviors. He helps me do my shopping, helps me keep the apartment neat and tidy. Do I trust him? No. I know what he wants from me. He's no better than Noriko. He's willing to jump through hoops for me in hopes that he'll eventually conquer my flesh. Even when he tries to help out with my compulsions, I don't have full faith in him. He takes it upon himself to complete my checklist of a ritual in order to spare me from stress. But more often than not, I still have to go ahead and double check everything, just to make sure he didn't fuck anything up. If I can't even trust him with that, then I know I'll never be able to trust another soul with anything. Looking at Shinya now, pacing nervously around my apartment, I decide to not put my stock into whatever he says next. There's no way in hell that I'll believe whatever comes out of his mouth.
Noriko is my friend, but my father, Chief Detective Fujikawa, in case you didn't know, has declared her the prime suspect of our investigation. Thing is, Father isn't the most lenient person, and he's been cracking under stress lately. If he finds Noriko, if he arrests her, there will be no trial. She'll simply get life behind bars. Guaranteed.
Shinya hangs his head, and I hear her quite
Is
sob.
that our country's idea of justice? She doesn't deserve anything less than death for her crimes. Letting her live safely behind bars isn't a punishment. It's an act of mercy. I want to ensure Noriko receives true justice, fitting judgment for the lives she destroyed.
What he's saying doesn't add up. How does he know she won't receive the death penalty? It's true that it's a common punishment, but it's still legal in this country, especially for those cases of mass murder. So does Shinya have information that I don't?
I need to find her. I need to hand her the justice that my father is too cowardly to deliver.
Whatever. I'm already sick of this guy. He acts like he's being personally wronged by Noriko's crimes, like he's so high and mighty and knows what's best. I doubt he knows a single person that Noriko's killed.
Fine. To be honest, I don't really care about your reasons. As long as you want Noriko dead, then our goals are the same. But I have to ask, will you turn yourself into the police after you kill her?
Once again, Shinya hangs his head.
I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't.
He leaves his sentence hanging in the midair. It wasn't exactly a confirmation.
There's only one problem. I have no idea where Noriko's hiding. She doesn't live in her apartment anymore. She doesn't show up to her office. I know that she has a factory that she runs her operation from, but I can't find it.
I see. I might be able to help. Tomoe and Noriko used to spend a lot of time together. I'm not sure what they used to get up to, but I checked the travel history on Tomoe's IC card, and she made a lot of trips to Shinokubo.
Her IC card. For people traveling by train every day, buying single-use tickets is often a pain in the ass. Reusable IC cards are much more convenient. You can top them up with money and simply swipe them at the ticket gates to have your train fare automatically deducted. Best of all, they keep a record of your transaction history and the stations you've traveled to recently. The fact that Shinya even thought to look into his travel history makes me want to reconsider my initial assessment of the guy's detective skills.
Shinokubo, you say?
Yeah, can't imagine what she was doing there, but all the dates she traveled to that station coincide with days she claimed to be hanging out with Noriko.
I still don't think Shinya realizes that T was in on Noriko's operation. Regardless, this is valuable information. Chances are good that Noriko and T spent a lot of time together in their factory, and the factory may very well be located in Shinokubo. I'll find the information to Jinpai and see what he makes of it. Perhaps he knows something I don't.
Thanks for the info. That's enough for today. I'll contact you when I locate Noriko.
Oh, say, just one more thing.
What is it?
If you've been wanting to kill her, then why haven't you just called her and asked her to meet up with you?
He thinks he's so clever. He thinks he has everything all worked out. He doesn't know shit.
It's not that easy. I need to find where she's living and running her operation from. I want to destroy everything involved with Corpse Girl. I want to burn her factory to the ground.
More lies on top of lies. The truth of the matter is that Noriko knows perfectly well my intentions for her. Even if she temporarily forgets, it's during moments of delirium. She would never agree to meet with me, not now. The things were different not so long ago, but I missed the opportunity. Noriko worked out my position in the human removal services. She figured out that I'm the Herald, the one responsible for slicing and dicing. She doesn't know that there's more than one Herald, and that's irrelevant. And she doesn't know that I'm responsible for the massive bodies littered across Tokyo thanks to Corpse Girl's website. However, as long as she knows I'm a threat, she'll never agree to meet with me. How she came to the conclusion that I'm the enemy is beyond me. She's a sharp person despite teetering on the edge of total breakdown. It doesn't matter, the point is, I can't simply call and meet up with her. Besides, I actually do want to locate the factory just as much as I want to locate her. The factory is where I'll plant myself, it's where I'll start my life anew. It's where I'll grow and blossom into the new Corpse Girl once I've taken over Noriko's identity. Shinya is contemplating my answer. It seems good enough.
Fair enough. You want to see Corpse Girl completely and utterly defeated. I get that. That's your idea of justice.
Sure.
Agreeing with him will make the ordeal of the conversation end quicker.
I'm going to get some rest. So,
Okay. I understand. I'll take my leave. Call me when you locate Noriko, okay?
yes.
Lie.
Farewell then.
He makes his way to the door, and I don't take my eyes off him until he disappears through the portal. When he's gone, I tiptoe toward the door and confirm it's firmly closed. I make sure the door is snugly nested in the wooden frame. I lock the door handle, then slide the deadbolt into
The
place.
door is locked.
But it isn't.
The door is locked.
I can't be certain. To my eyes that fail me so on a daily basis, that betray my mind with illusions of phantoms, the door seems to be locked. But why should I trust my eyes? I don't trust anyone. Why should I trust parts of myself? I can't even clearly see red, green, whatever. I can't see anything without the aid of my glasses. The door has to be locked. It has to be. Otherwise, I won't be able to walk away. I won't be able to stop thinking about it until I come back and check again and again and again.
The door is locked.
I turn away, take a deep breath, and then immediately turn back.
The door is locked. The door is locked.
I'm pretty sure the deadbolt is in place. It certainly looks in place. I'm so exhausted. I'm tired of the routine and rituals. Why can't I just walk away? If I walked away, the problem wouldn't exist. I wouldn't be stuck standing here, checking and double-checking something so trivial. If I could walk away, I wouldn't be so full of stress, so worked up about things that ultimately don't matter. Another deep breath, and I take a step back.
Door's locked.
I turn around, run, dash. I sprint through the room, sprint through the hallway. I slam the body into a door, throwing it wide open. I collapse on my bed. I ignore the nagging in my brain telling me the door is unlocked. I ignore it until it feels too real and I have to scratch at my flesh just to distract myself. I pull my pillow over my head and hold it tightly around my face. I'm safe here, safe in bed. The door is locked. I try to convince myself to fall asleep, tell myself I'll feel better after I rest. I hope I locked the front door. All right, everybody, I'm going to...
So yeah, like, I reckon I'll have some work for you soon.
I'm going to end the episode here. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!